So if you're in the identity world, you know the feeling, right? You're looking at this sprawling universe of SailPoint data, and you're thinking, how do I turn this into a command center that actually makes sense? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to show you how to cut through that data overload and get to real, actionable insight, starting with the one thing you see every day, your dashboard.
I mean, it's a constant battle, isn't it? You're sitting on this absolute goldmine of information about who has access to what, but trying to find that one piece of signal in all of that noise can feel, well, pretty much impossible sometimes.
But here's the thing. The answer is staring you in the face every single time you log in. It's the SailPoint dashboard, and you need to stop thinking of it as just a landing page and start thinking of it as your mission control. It is literally built from the ground up to show you what matters most, so you can see, understand, and then act on all that identity info.
All right, let's dive right in. Mastering your command center starts with really getting to know the screen you see every single day, that default view.
Okay, so every user, I don't care if you're a business manager who logs in once a month or a top-tier admin, everyone lands on the home dashboard. It's the universal starting point. And this is the really crucial part, it is not a universal experience. What you see is tailored specifically to who you are and what you're allowed to do.
And this is where it gets really interesting. For a typical end user, they're going to see what are called tiles. Think of them as simple, high-level info blocks. But for an administrator, you get tiles and you get widgets. And let me tell you, widgets are the game changer. They're where the real power is. We're talking detailed stats, activity history, and even buttons for direct actions. It transforms the dashboard from just a report into a truly interactive workspace.
Okay, seeing the default stuff is one thing, but the real magic, well, that happens when you take the wheel yourself. So now we're going to look at how you can build a dashboard that is perfect for you and your priorities.
You know, for admins, creating your own personal dashboard is super simple. You just head over to My Dashboards, click Create, give it a sensible name, and then you start adding the widgets that actually matter to your job. In just a few clicks, boom, you've built a custom command center focused on exactly what you need to keep an eye on. But here's a number I want you to burn into your brain. 4. That's right, 4. On top of your main home dashboard, you can create up to 4 custom personal dashboards. And this is huge. It means you can have a dedicated view for certifications, another one just for access requests, maybe a third just to watch provisioning. It's all about creating focus.
Okay, so let's just nail down the rules of the road here, because they're important. First, tiles, those simple info blocks, they can only live on the home dashboard. That's it. Your 4 custom dashboards, that's widget territory only. All action, all detail. And for end users, remember, they can't create new dashboards, but they can move the tiles around on their own home dashboard to make it work for them.
All right, so we've totally mastered the personal view, the For Me dashboard. But what about the For Us? How do you share these amazing insights with your teams?
And that, my friends, is exactly where managed dashboards come into play. This is how you move beyond just your own world and create a shared, consistent view for specific groups. You could build a dashboard just for your application owners, or maybe one for your help desk, giving them exactly the info they need and nothing they don't.
So how do you actually share them? It's through this concept called an entitlement. And honestly, the best way to think about this is like a digital key. The moment you create a new managed dashboard, SailPoint automatically makes this unique key for it. If you want to give someone access, you just give them a copy of the key. Simple as that.
And what's so cool about this is just how flexible it is. You've got options for handing out these keys. You can bake the entitlement right into a role, so anyone with that role just automatically gets the dashboard. You could add it to an access profile so people can actually request it. Or, and this is really clever, you can tie it to a lifecycle state, so every new person in, say, the finance department, gets the right dashboard on day one. And just like with personal dashboards, there's another number to remember here, 20. You can create up to 20 managed dashboards in your entire tenant. That gives you a massive amount of room to build out those very specific, targeted views for pretty much every important team you can think of.
Now you have to listen to this because it's a quote straight from the documentation, and it is super important. What it means is that when you share a dashboard, every single person with that key sees the exact same widgets and the exact same data. It doesn't matter what their normal user level is. This is amazing because it means everyone on the team is working from a single source of truth.
All right, to wrap things up, let's just hit a few quick but absolutely essential tips for managing all these dashboards day to day.
Okay, 3 key facts you gotta remember.
First, any administrator can edit any managed dashboard. That makes it super easy to collaborate. Second, when you make a change, it's visible almost instantly, basically as soon as the user hits refresh. And third, and please listen to this one, be so careful with that delete button. When you delete a managed dashboard, you also delete its entitlement key, which means you instantly revoke access for everyone.
So let's just put it all side by side one last time to make it crystal clear. Personal dashboards, therefore my view. You can't share them, only you can see them, and you're limited to 4 custom ones. Managed dashboards, that's all about our view. They're shared using those entitlement keys, they're visible to anyone who has one, and you can create up to 20 of them. It's a really clear and really powerful difference.
So there you have it. You've got the tools to stop drowning in data and to start telling a clear, compelling story with it. So the only real question left is, what story is your dashboard going to tell?